So numbness or tingling, called nerve irritation, nerve compression, usually comes at a couple of sites, whether it be the neck, the shoulder, down through the arm, the elbow, or the wrist. So today I'm going to teach you some simple things, some techniques that you can use to help address that nerve globally and help get it moving better. And nerve flossing, I want you to imagine nerve flossing when you're thinking about it. Think about the tunnel, so looking down through the tunnel, and then I want you to think about that cable running through that tunnel. And what you want to do is help get that cable moving better. When you're doing this, we're going to divide it into a couple of parts. Well, median nerve, radial nerve, and the ulnar nerve. And they're going to involve different methods of how you would stretch and glide that nerve. So what you're going to do is start with number one. Number one is going to be that median nerve. So today are going to be some simple techniques that you can start right now.
Be part of Dr. Matt's mission to build better health and achieve more function. He can't do it alone. Your share makes a huge difference. Support the mission. Subscribe now and share this video with someone you care about.
Now with the median nerve, what you're going to do for a nerve glide technique, and that's going to be associated more with the pins and needles feeling in that first, second, third finger and some of those carpal tunnel-like symptoms possibly. So what you're going to do is actually, you can start with a nerve glide, and with that all you're going to do is, well, guess what? Take tension at one end and make it loose at the other end. Just like this would be more the nerve glide, and then if you want to make it a little more advanced, more of a nerve tensioner, what you can do is actually tension this end and tension the other end at the same time, and then go loose on both ends and go 8 to 10 times. I would start with smaller before I progress to the more advanced version, which would be the tensioner. Now the next one, the radial nerve, useful if you have tingling on the back of the hand or the wrist. What you're going to do is actually, you can tension one side just like this, and you'll notice I'm tensioning one end while taking up slack on the other, or relieving tension on the other end. So what I'm doing is I'm doing one of these, I'm tensioning all through the neck, and my hand is slightly extended. Now what I'm going to do is flex my wrist and bring my hand the opposite way. And what you're doing is taking tension up this end and then taking tension off this end and taking tension to the other end. So extension of the wrist and then flexion of the wrist, curling the fingertips and taking full tension on each side and going back and forth. Now with this, again, you're going to do 8 to 10 reps whenever you think about it. Those are going to be the radial nerve flossing technique. Now you can also do a tensioner, which is going to be both ends of the nerve. And what you're going to do is actually tension both ends like this. You may find this useful as well, where now I'm doing flexion of the wrist. So my palm is going up to this guy behind me, and I'm doing one of these. So this one, you're going to find possibly more tension, because you're tensioning this end and that end at the same time. And you can do 8 to 10, just like this. And of course, with our ulnar nerve, which is going to target more of the numbness, pins and needles feeling down through that pinky finger and that ring finger, what you're going to do is bring your hand up just like this, like you have a serving tray, if you will, and make the A-OK sign. Now this is going to be full tension up at this end, so what I'm going to do is lean in and take tension off this side. And you can do, again, the opposites as a nerve glide. And then what you can also do is a nerve tensioner, where you're going to take tension at, guess what, the hand end, like this, full tension at that end, and lean away just like this. So this would be more of a nerve tensioner, taking tension at both ends. And again, both these, 8 to 10 reps, and you can see between the glides and the tensioners what may make a greater difference for you. But obviously I'd start smaller with more of the nerve glides, taking tension at one end, loose at the other end, and then working back and forth for 8 to 10 reps. And then if you want to progress it, you can do more of a tensioner, which is going to be, well, guess what? Taking loose on both ends and then taking tension to both ends, and thinking about you're still sliding that nerve through the tunnel. It's just one is going to be probably going to be easier, one's going to be a little bit more. So some things to consider as you build on each movement. And of course, I'm sure you've probably been sitting a lot, like many of us. So grab your foam roller, just like this, and what I want you to do is open up that upper back, because well, if you're sitting or even if you're standing and you're leaning into that computer, I want you to spend some time opening up that upper thoracic spine. So what you're going to do is just like this with the roller. So I want you to hang out like this, just in your mid-thoracic spine. And what I want you to try to start with 30 seconds, just with your arms up over your head, just like this, in the letter Y position. So you can hang out there, you can stay static in one spot, or you can give yourself the bear hug just like this and work up and down your mid-thoracic spine. And what you're doing is just focusing on breathing. And guess what? Focusing on opening up from that flex position you may find yourself in many times throughout the day. And the fifth and final thing, well, guess what? You probably guessed it, but I want you to get your shoulders and your neck moving, even if you're sitting at the desk. I want you to give me a thumbs up right now. And all I want you to do, well, I want you to use your eyes to track your thumb. And I want you to do this 6 times, just like this, for at least 2 sets, multiple times a day. And you can do both ways. But this is something really easy you can do to help with your neck mobility, keep your shoulders moving, help maintain your range of motion in your neck. So some important things to consider. And remember, of course, when I'm talking about the health of your body, function, your spinal health, remember, your spine and nervous system is vitally important. And as you've seen before, we talk about your spine, your nervous system. Your brain has an extension called your spinal cord, which talks, well, your spinal cord goes out to your muscles, your organs, helps with how you heal. And as a corrective chiropractor, well, some of the areas you may feel, you may notice, maybe hear, but some of the areas you may have no idea about. And in order for you to heal at your best and work at your best, guess what? This system has to work at its best too. And that's really what we help work better. That's why corrective chiropractors address the health of the spine and the nervous system. And some of the areas I was saying you're going to feel, and some of the areas you're going to have no idea about. And that's why it's so important to get tested by a corrective chiropractor in your area to know what's going on the inside, to see if this is a factor potentially holding you back from your full potential. Anyways, remember this today, and of course, remember those simple techniques that you can do starting right now. The nerve flossing, the nerve tensioners, how to make the nerves glide, and of course, opening up your thoracic spine, and, well, getting your neck to move better with the eye tracking and the thumbs. I loved having you today, and of course, if you enjoyed that, please take a moment. Don't forget, as I leave you today, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel so that we can reach more people and help share the mission to improving more lives and getting people healthier overall. I'll leave you with that. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Dr. Matt's videos are brought to you by One Life Family Chiropractic in Georgetown, Ontario. Check us out on the web.
You got one spine, one family.